Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice 2 video. And in this video, we will be doing the Hellboy challenge, all 3 difficulties, as well as showing off a 3-star Hellboy at the end of the challenge and seeing what the ability 3 does. Now, I purposely waited to make this video a day later because, as you guys know, I do not like showing off challenges without ability 3, as it can make a considerable impact on a character. For example, Emerald Green Lantern's Rocket Barrage Special 3 hits multiple opponents. Enraged Bane's Special 3 hits multiple opponents. And there's some various effects like Arkham Knight Batman's Special 3 can obliterate an entire team. So, when gauging the strength and usefulness of a character, that is a very powerful tool. So we're going to first start off by unlocking the hero. And this will probably not give us an offer, because they've done that lately with challenge characters. That way, you have to actually grind out the character, which I'm okay with. Now, the gear set bonuses are actually really strong. 10% defense is amazing. 10% attack is decent. 5% health is no big deal. I pre-leveled all the gear to 5 just because I didn't feel like waiting to actually do it. So we are going to put all of the gear on Hellboy. Now, keep in mind, Hellboy is of the Arcane class, so if you have unlocked the card, you can also use him in challenges. So, the damage boost to healing, as expected, does go up 10% a rank, and you're going to heal all of the damage and take none from dots at 5 stars. And it looks to be a 3.75% damage and defense increase, so it'll be 25% on par with the old class advantages. Although with Arcane itself, it actually gives an advantage to Arcane, so that's one thing to keep in mind. If you're fighting a team that, say, has Dr. Fate and Emerald Green Lantern, having Hellboy on your team might be a good idea. So we are going to go and take some XP capsules so we can actually use him in a couple of difficulties of the challenge. Now, one thing I do like about patch 1.8 that is undocumented, there's actually a difference between level 6 and level 5 capsules, whereas before there was not. So let's get Hellboy. Let's start at level 9. Actually, I don't see why we can't just take an offer and see what we can do at level 10 if we even get an offer. So, there is level 14 from a level 6 capsule. This is probably not going to give us an offer, but we're going to do it for testing purpose. So, we're going to apply a capsule, but we're going to put him just under level 20, because we want to use him in an arena battle at the end of this video and actually see if we can take him up to level 20. So, let's get him as close as we can. You can see the difference between level 3 and 4 Arcane capsules. Let's use all of them and get to level 19. And we'll keep Hellboy there. So 6,741 threat. Let's upgrade these abilities. That is one thing, obviously, I did not do beforehand, because you have to level up Hellboy in order to do that. So we're going to upgrade all the abilities to 15. I'm obviously not doing the gear to 15 because I want to save gear for Predator and Batman so I can work on maximum health just to make arena farming a little bit easier. Now, as much as I want to do an Injustice 2 live stream, and I still might for a couple hours, because I do want to see how the mechanics work for the Justice League character that is supposed to be released tomorrow. As I said, a brand new character in the arena has been introduced. What do you guys think about Injustice actually forcing people to play arena just in order to unlock characters within the game? Do you think that's the right idea, or do you think they should go back to the old format where arena characters are not challenges every week? What do you guys feel about that? I think it's good and bad for the game. Obviously, in the current state of the game, it's really bad, but when leagues get introduced, hopefully NetherRealm has taken my advice on the 10 things to improve Injustice 2. If they haven't seen it before, make sure to check out the outro of my video. I did a lot of examples of games like Clash Royale, Marvel Future Fight, and the most important thing that I think the game needs is a way to do live battles. I think that would be really good. So as you can see, it's 200 fragments to actually refresh the 3rd difficulty. The only reason I'm not going to take it is because I want to see if I can get a 4-star offer at level 20, or if offers are blocked. So one thing to note here, and I didn't explain this team, is that Silver Green Lantern is actually useful in these challenges because, as you can see, combos cannot be interrupted while you have a shield. So it's very easy to combo out. Dr. Fate and Bane get obliterated there. And it makes it really easy because if the opponent cannot physically do damage to you, like for example with Green Lantern's shield, you're going to continue to maintain your combo. So we are guaranteed a 3-star Hellboy without spending any additional gems refreshing the challenge. So let's actually back up a little bit. So instead of Emerald Green Lantern, let's take a look at our synergies here. We can even use Hellboy because I do have Dr. Fate, which can handle it just fine. So we have a level 19 2-star Dr. Fate. Now, other honorable mentions, obviously you can use Raiden because he will give you power when you have Arcane members on your team. And this is pretty good. It's starting off at 3 bars. If you get a power generation proc from Emerald Green Lantern, you can basically start the match with a special 3, and if your Emerald Green Lantern is strong enough, you're just going to obliterate him. Raiden can also use his Elder Shock and do a considerable amount of damage because Hellboy does start off at the beginning. For lower level players, take mention of Soul Stealer Dr. Fate using his Reversal of Fate on Hellboy by swapping health. So basically you just take damage on purpose. Obviously having a higher defense score than 25% is going to benefit you quite a bit. We can actually show this off in the third battle if you guys are curious how that works. But let's use Hellboy for a little bit. And we're going to show the importance of Silver Green Lantern, even though it's not mandatory. And obviously Dr. Fate is very good to have in. So we have a Hellboy versus Hellboy mirror matchup going right now. This is the first time I'm actually playing as Hellboy. His combos are not terrible to use. So there's the special one that hits 1,000 times. Obviously, it's not going to do that much damage to Hellboy. Now, obviously, Hellboy's passive is going to counteract themselves. So it basically does nothing. So both of his special 1 and 2 kind of do like a pummel effect. Obviously, Hellboy is not doing that much damage to the opponent's Hellboy because he's a lot stronger. So my Hellboy is going to go down. Dr. Fate comes in, and you know what he's good at, just slicing and dicing. Now, again, keep in mind because of Green Lantern, you can basically continuously attack your opponent, and unless he does special moves, you can't actually take damage from him. Obviously, we did there. Dr. Fate's going to get wiped out. Hellboy comes back in, and as soon as we hit 5 bars, we can just wipe him out. Having a special 3 does make a big difference, obviously, because it's a great move to use against Hellboy. And as long as I have like a 25-hit combo, Hellboy gets one shot by my Emerald Green Lantern. So we're 99 out of 100. We're going to have to do one fight in the first battle to unlock 3-star Hellboy. And then we'll see if we can get an offer from that, or if we can get an offer in Arena to try and take him to 4 stars before we do some fights in the third difficulty. So Hellboy definitely has an interesting passive. I have no idea why he's of the Arcane class and not of the Might class. I think that would make a little bit more sense, but Might is a little bit stacked. There aren't many Arcane characters, so I welcome another Arcane class to the mix, even though it's kind of weird seeing Hellboy there. So Hellboy is going to pound down the Brawler inmate. And actually, while we have Hellboy on the ropes, let's get off a special 3. Let's just keep cycle tagging to get to 8 bars. Not kill Hellboy, obviously. The Hellboy does go down from the super move, and yeah, they took a page out of Mortal Kombat Scorpion in the Netherrealm with Hellboy for sure. So we got our 100th fragment towards 3-star Hellboy, and we're going to make sure we get off a special 3 using Hellboy. So let's go into the roster because it looks so much better doing it from here. Hellboy. Let's promote Hellboy up to 3 stars. More than likely not going to get an offer here. 8,621 threats, so now 80% damage to healing and 17.5 damage and defense against Arcane classes. So we're going to unlock all the talents, which I usually forget to do when I unlock a character. And it's kind of weird that the lettering is actually a little bit different. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or if that's just a weird glitch. So let's re-roll the block effectiveness just because it is the worst one. And critical attack damage. I wish everything was capitalized. I don't think that makes sense. So obviously I'm going to have to wait a little while to get Justice League, Batman, Aquaman, and Cyborg. And also, by making a character shards in the arena, it does encourage people to actually use all of their energy where possible, versus doing a couple fights with your A-team and getting to Elite Four. Cough, HollywoodShono, cough. So, let's take in Raiden. Let's use Hellboy. And let's use Green Lantern. Let's just use all magic classes, because that'll get Raiden and Hellboy closer to that. So, obviously the threat levels are a little bit botched. I don't know exactly how strong these are. Let's see if we can find somebody with a dot. Catwoman does have a dot and a hazard. So, let's fight the Milkman 2017, deal with the tech characters quickly, and see if we can get some testing done with the dot damage on Hellboy. Again, keep in mind the shielding effect is really powerful, because it will allow you to get combos off and get uninterrupted. Let's power drain the opponent, though. So there you can see we just interrupted a combo. So there's a dot from Catwoman. Let's get Hellboy in and see if Catwoman will actually do a dot. Unfortunately, her dots are 4. We probably want to do a little bit of damage to her as well. Now she's almost at 4 bars. So we want her to use a dot. Hazards probably count as well. There it is. So it looks like it does heal all of the damage and you take none of it. So that's going to be really good against powered Supergirl. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure how it'll react against multiple opponents. That could be something we can test out as well.
You trifle with the God of Thunder.
Nice power drain by Raiden. Let's get Green Lantern in, who still has power available. Let's get Batman down really low and get ready for a stun bomb. Now it's going to be really interesting with the agility Batman. You definitely want to get away from the bomb, or you're going to take dot damage. There's Marksman Deadshot. So everybody is low. I think we can safely get Hellboy back in. And it looks like the Special 3 can hit multiple opponents, so that's really cool. Yeah, Catwoman's best defense against Hellboy is a super move. Let's see if we can catch Catwoman off guard with a dot. Yes, we do. So hazards will also heal as well. But for some reason, the hazard healed more over time. So yes, Catwoman basically can't do anything against Hellboy. Again, why I rank Master Thief Catwoman a lot lower than Silver, because dots in mass are not useful. And Master Thief Catwoman gets obliterated. Hellboy doing work. Let's see if we can find a Supergirl in our second test. There is level 20 for Hellboy, and we're probably not going to get an offer again. No, we do not. So let's find a powered Supergirl. Alright, so we finally ran into a powered Supergirl, who is level 41, 3 stars. So we're going to try to beat down Cyborg and Armored Superman with the first two, and save powered Supergirl, hopefully for Hellboy. And we're going to see how that dot reacts to Supergirl. We're going to use a special one right away just to get Cyborg down. We're going to tag between Raiden. I also have to take note the tag-in cooldown as well for Hellboy, which we did not test out. Hopefully it's 4 seconds. So there is Supergirl doing her special. So let's get Hellboy in. Keep in mind her special 1 costs 3. Let's see if she actually does it. You can block it. Is she not going to do it? Nope. Get out. So now getting a dot to land on Hellboy is going to be extremely difficult, being that low on health. Raiden is in big trouble. We haven't even seen Armored Superman in the match. Raiden is gone. Luckily, Green Lantern comes in.
I'm the real.
We have to get off a special 1 on Armored Superman. Get off the special 3. He is going to super block it. That does some damage to Armored Superman, so we are in a little bit of trouble here. Now,
At least make this challenging.
alright, let's get Hellboy in and see if he does a dot. Probably not. There's a hazard dot. That's actually going to help Hellboy out. Doesn't seem to heal that much.
Ready to quit yet?
There is a cap based on maximum health, so you have to keep that in mind. I really want to see if we can get it to land on Supergirl, so let's see if we can get rid of... There we go. Now let's hope that Powered Supergirl does her dot. Probably not. We can hope. Nope.
Ending this fight.
So we'll try again. Alright, so we have a Dark Supergirl. We're going to try this one. Obviously, wiping out Batman and Harley Quinn are the key. Dark Supergirl does have a special 2, and obviously does not have a free special 1 if you crit. So we'll have to keep that in mind as well. But you can build up a big combo with Green Lantern before the opponent can even react. Let's just get rid of Batman. Dark Supergirl is in. Let's get Hellboy in. And let's block unless there's a... There it is.
Your madness stops here.
So, unfortunately, we had armor, so we couldn't properly test that. But based on the fact that it did no damage to Hellboy and did not weaken his armor, shows that it does work in the same light. Harley Quinn comes in. Let's just get rid of her.
I'm the real Green Lantern.
Is that your best combat?
We're going to take a super move here. We can block and try to tag out. Nope, Harley Quinn's going to do it. That's really bad. So Raiden is probably going to get stolen here. Luckily, we're able to take the clone out easily. Harley Quinn is gone. Dark Supergirl comes in, so let's get Hellboy in. So now we have a little bit of health down. Hopefully she does a special 1.
Earth has a
Nope.
new protector.
It kind of has a Gorilla Grodd effect there. The jump attack is a single hit. That's going to wipe out Hellboy. So yeah, from preliminary results, it looks like Dark Supergirl is going to be hard countered as expected. It's going to affect Powered Supergirl a little bit more. So if you have high defense, Hellboy is definitely going to be a good counter to the Supergirls or anybody that does hazard damage outside of probably Batman. So you're talking Cyborg is still going to power drain, but he's going to heal it. Landing Armor Aquaman is going to power drain, but you're going to heal. So really interesting information there. And I think we did enough testing to verify that Hellboy... I'm pretty sure he's... Well, actually the Special 3 does have armor piercing. So that's one thing I did not notice. And seemed to be really powerful in that regard. So I think Hellboy is probably a A-tier yellow, in my opinion. I also think Atlantean Aquaman, until they fix the hazard bugs or the power drains, is going to go down as well. Possibly to a B tier from S tier because of the changes. But as far as the other characters go, obviously Mythic Wonder Woman is going to be in a league by herself. Because if all of her attacks cause armor piercing, you're going to have to wipe her out extremely quickly with your own armor piercing or hazards with Dr. Fate. So if you like this video showing off a 3-star Hellboy with some promise, probably between a B and an A tier, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice 2 videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono, and have a wonderful day, kids. Also, if you'd like to send me stuff, be sure to check out my description where you can actually find my address to send me stuff. If you guys send me letters, I will be sure to read them after Thanksgiving. www www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!